Welcome to Enchanting Folktales. This story is about two friends, Hadiza and Jumai. Hadiza and Jumai had been best of friends since they were little girls. They grew up together, playing in the fields, running errands together, and exploring their village. They shared everything with each other, from going to the stream together to their secrets and aspirations. One day, Hadiza's father passed away, leaving her and her brother his land to farm. To Hadiza, he gave her a piece of land in the center of other pieces of land in the village. One of the surrounding lands around Hadiza's land belonged to Jumai. Hadiza and Jumai, who were both farmers, saw this as an opportunity to work together and make the land productive and prosperous. They started to work on the land together, planting crops and tending to their harvests. Hadiza's brother Musa decided, after their father died, to leave the village to search for a better life and to make more money, and he had been away for several years. Despite being far away, he remembered his sister. He loved her so dearly and always kept in touch with her. He would send money and gifts whenever he could, and he would make sure she was well taken care of. Hadiza was a diligent farmer, known for her unwavering dedication to tilling the soil and nurturing her crops. She possessed a deep connection with the land, understanding its needs and nurturing it with love and care. As a result, her farm thrived, yielding bountiful harvests year after year. Meanwhile, Jumai often neglected her own farm. Her absence had a significant impact on her own produce. As Hadiza and Jumai continued their friendship, Jumai started to show jealousy and envious tendency towards Hadiza. She became angry that Hadiza's farm produce was fresher and blooming. This made Jumai furious and jealous, and she started to distance herself from Hadiza. With every visit to Hadiza's farm, Jumai's eyes were met with the sight of abundant, fresh produce thriving under Hadiza's meticulous care. Each time, an insidious feeling of anger and bitterness welled up within Jumai, and it pained her deeply to witness Hadiza's farm blossoming with vitality, while her own land seemed pale in comparison. Unable to bear the weight of her jealousy any longer, Jumai withdrew herself from Hadiza's life. The once inseparable friends gradually grew distant, their conversation dwindling and the encounter becoming scarce. Jumai chose to retreat into her own world, consumed by resentment and a sense of inadequacy. As Hadiza noticed Jumai's absence, her heart grew heavy with concern. She reached out to Jumai, trying to bridge the gap between them, but all her efforts were met with cold indifference. This hurt Hadiza deeply to see her friend drifting away from her. Jumai's jealousy, fueled by her frustration, continued to fester within her. She became bitter and resentful, unable to celebrate Hadiza's success genuinely. This once cherished friendship seemed to crumble under the weight of Jumai's insecurities. While Jumai distanced herself, Hadiza, though disheartened, remained steadfast with her commitment to farming. She refused to let her friends' envy tarnish the joy she found in cultivating the land. With each passing season, Hadiza poured her love and passion into her farm, nurturing it with unwavering determination. At that time, Jumai had a secret relationship with a man named Ali from a distant village, and they communicated via letters. It was a friend of hers who introduced this her secret boyfriend, and eventually, from being pen pals, they became a couple. Jumai started to talk and boast about her secret boyfriend to others. She said he was from their village and that one day he will come to marry her. Little did Jumai know about the true identity of her secret boyfriend. During one farming season, Jumai felt very jealous and angry towards Hadiza. To harm her friend's harvest, Jumai did something very wicked. She bought all the land around Hadiza's farm, so there was no way for Hadiza to reach her own land in the center. This made Hadiza very sad and powerless. Realizing how serious the situation was, Hadiza gathered courage and went to beg Jumai. She begged Jumai and asked her to allow her passage through her land to get to her own crop to save her crop. But Jumai, driven by jealousy and anger, heartlessly said no to Hadiza's plea. As a result, that farming season turned into a terrible experience for Hadiza. She couldn't reach her land and couldn't grow any crop. Her farm remained empty and unproductive. This made Hadiza so sad and made her feel like she lost something special. The land that used to bring her joy now only reminded her of her shattered dreams. The consequences of Jumai's main action affected both friends deeply. Their friendship grew more distant because of jealousy and lack of understanding. Hadiza, who used to be hopeful and strong, felt crushed by the sad outcome. During this difficult time, Hadiza found comfort in the support of other farmers in the community. They understood her struggle and saw that what happened to her was unfair. Their kindness and encouragement helped Hadiza find strength to keep going and not to lose hope, even though Jumai had caused a setback for her. Gradually, with the help of other understanding neighbors and farmers in the community, Hadiza explored new options for farming. She searched for other pieces of land, made agreements with other farmers for temporary use, and started farming. As time went on, Hadiza's persistence paid off. Little by little, she managed to revive the farms she borrowed and started planting again. Sometime later, Hadiza received a letter from her brother, who informed her he was returning home to find a wife and wanted to surprise her. In her reply to her brother Musa, she shared all her troubles she had faced with Jumai. Upon receiving the letter, Musa, her brother, became very upset. He quickly packed his bag and decided to surprise Hadiza and his future wife. He said he was going to visit the farm and address this problem. When Musa returned home, he went straight to his sister. Hadiza was overjoyed to see her brother after such a long time. Musa had changed. She couldn't recognize him again, and they spoke at length. He revealed that he had become a wealthy merchant and he was now known as Ali instead of Musa. Hadiza narrated everything that transpired between her and Jumai, explaining how Jumai had blocked her from farming since her land was in the center of Jumai's property. Hearing this, Musa grew furious and went directly to Jumai's house. He disclosed his true identity as Ali and informed her that he had returned to surprise her and propose marriage. However, after witnessing what Jumai had done to his sister Hadiza, he was no longer interested in the relationship. Jumai couldn't hold back her tears and deeply regretted her actions towards Hadiza. She realized she had brought destruction upon herself with her own hands. In the end, Jumai learned a valuable lesson about treating others with kindness and discovered that the harm one inflicts on others can eventually come back to haunt them. This story teaches us the importance of treating others with compassion and fairness, as the consequences of our actions can ultimately determine our own fate. If you have any comments to this story, let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Please like, share and subscribe, as this will help us grow our channel. See you in our next story. Thank you. Bye.